Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Channel. I'm AJ Gels. Guys, we are back with Pyre. Last video, we took on Barker and the Dissidents, I believe, is their triumvirate. We beat them, and I think we're, what's one right until the next liberation, right? And then we'll send... I don't know who we're going to send. I think we also said in the last video that we're going to go take on the Accusers again. Hello, my boy. Tizo and I were just reminiscing on old times. I think that might have been the closest I've ever gotten here. Tizo is happy to have Volfred back among the Nightwings once again. Thank you, Tizo. I am happy to be back among the Nightwings as well. Though, you understand why we were forced to be apart for so long, don't you? Tizo indicates he understands full well. I trust that Tariq proved some good company in song during the intervening time. And Tizo confirms he did enjoy traveling alongside the lone minstrel for some time. And there he is, right on cue. Something I can do for you, Volfred, sir. Volfred laughs warmly at this. No, Tariq. We are well enough for now. Tizo and I, we were just remembering the time when we first met, the three of us. Tizo was rather apprehensive then, as I recall. He was merely being circumspect, I am sure. Tizo has the sharpest instincts of us all. But the bite he gave you, sir, it left a permanent impression, did it not? It did. I consider it a mark of friendship. May it stay with me for all my days. It's a good reminder that despite the challenges we faced together in the past, my time among the Nightwings has been extraordinary. Likewise, can I say the same, sir? Tizo shares the sentiment as well. Volf returns to you. I should apologize, my boy. Here we are talking of a history you do not share. Believe me when I say we're skipping over many of the bad parts. What I mean is, it isn't my intention to exclude you as we wax nostalgic. The Nightwings that you know, we are a strange assortment, are we not? Those of us who share some kinship from the past, I suppose that we cannot help but seek some warmth in it. But it should not be the exclusion of the friendship that we forge right now. So please, why don't you join us for a bit? Together you, Volfred, Tizo, and the Lone Minstrel talk a while about the good times gone by. The three of them are pleased to be back in one another's company. I can't read today. Again, having grown close through shared experience in the past, just the same, they have welcomed you into the group. In spite of the hardships you have faced, some of these idle moments that you shared together may one day form memories you think back on with fondness. Soon the conversation winds down, though it lifted all your spirits for a while. Well, for the while. And maybe it was a bad idea to play a game that involves so much reading. My brain is shot right now, guys. I've been it's just some busy times. Nah. Forging, the foreboding cairn of Haub lies below. Not many exiles see fit to cross beyond it. Some fear that this listless remains of Shaq's six shoulders shall snatch them up if they attempt to cross. Others simply do not want to pass through the flagging hands. Few know its true significance as we do, although your adversaries, the Accusers, should be on their way now. Soon you shall comfort them once again. Jadariel expressed an interest in taking this route. Okay, Licksand. Let's help our friend Jadariel. Locate the missing drive-ins. Your intentions to explore the dusty wastes of Shunt were dashed when, on your arrival, several of the wagon's strong-willed drive-ins imps escaped. Fortunately, their disposition towards mischief proves predictable enough, and soon all the imps are once again accounted for. However, Jadariel also has a nasty bite to show for it. Accursed things, I keep thinking I should wring their necks. You dress the minor wound, which ought to heal soon, but the incident took much of your remaining time of the day, and left both you and Jadariel awaiting its merciful conclusion. Jadariel lost -2 quickness for the next ride. Ooh. Wish her a swift recovery. So that's her down, and I also, last episode we found out at the end that Ruki is experiencing banishment sickness, something like that, so he's probably no good for the next ride either. Alright, the Cairn of Haub. How ironic that the shattered remnants of the Bone Titans, Shaq's six shoulders. God, that is hard to say. Shaq's six shoulders, which once stood vigilant over the archway into flagging hands, remain now as forbidding as when the horrid monster still possessed unnatural life. After little Haub dispatched the Bone Titan in a feat of ingenuity, Shaq's pieces fell into the valley floor, forming a set of standing stones which Haub marked. Further traces of the Titan's glacial blood coagulated in frozen drops, which still shimmer in the darkness. Six Shoulders seems to start reanimating when the stars above him dance in a certain way. Paint the sigil then in the shining light. What's this? Xylobones. Keepsake from Jamur Valley. That makes me smile. Let's see what the slug market's got. Hey guys, you know what I was just thinking. Maybe I should have a sale or something here sometime. But then again, my prices are as low as they can go, so I don't think I can. I just can't do it, guys. Bunch of stardust. Again, I think I'm good with what I have. Wish you guys would have brought something, maybe. Let us commence the rite. As you await the stars, a form dressed in the raiments of the rites approaches you and Volfred. You at first presume it for one of your next adversaries, the accusers, but he cannot be one of them. Beside you, Volfred starts something you have never seen him do. You observe the colors that he wears, an inverse of the Nightwings. Volfred Sandalwood. It has been a while. No, this cannot be. The demon unfastens his mask. It can be. Oh, I'm sorry. You perished. I watched you fall. You did. I grieved for years. Yet now you live? I do. Although these horns, they grew long ere I could walk again. Unbelievable. Then, why are you here now, Orlek? He is a former of the Nightwings, betrayed and abandoned in his moment of glory. You know full well, Volfred, to reclaim what is mine by right. The demon Orlek leaves without another word, just as the stars above burst to life and seem to set the sky aflame. Ooh, we have a new one. Let's see what this is. Time Singer Harn. Your adversary shall have plus 50 stamina for use with their abilities. Oh, hell no. I know I'm being a giant wimp, but I prefer to win. Mostly because last time I tried one of those things, I got my ass kicked.
Reader, what lunacy is this? 'Twould appear the Nightwings are to stand against themselves this time around. This is a mutiny, in violation of the sacred law. The exile whom you face, Orlek. Long ago he had his chance, and he relinquished it. He cannot simply claim it now, and I cannot preside over this nonsense. Good night.
What happened to the accusers? The stars show we were to face them. They must have suffered a misfortune of some sort. Tampering with the star's designs is not permitted, Orlek. Cheating the worthy out of their rightful liberty is not permitted either, Volfred. You must know I took no part in that betrayal. Search your heart. Orlek says nothing for a time, then, where are your raiments, Volfred? I have refused to wear them since. In a show of solidarity to you, and to elude the voice, I would suppose. Voice, described within the books, it calls to you during the rites, or reminds you of your exile. Yes, that too. I see. You're never very good at this anyway. We shall see if that new lot of yours is any better. You cannot be serious. What sense is there in us standing against each other? But Orlek puts his mask up and stands ready. I shall crush this lot of yours, Volfred. You shall see that I am not so easily discarded, and you shall not deny my liberty again. Alright. Reader, the adversary whom we face, Orlek. He is not one to back down. He was very experienced in the rites, even at the time, and so beware. There was no one in his day who could prevail against him, and he appears even stronger now. I wish I had more valuable advice to give in this. I wish I had foreseen this. Let's take a look at their side. Alright, it's quickness. Jesus, quickness is 20. This is 40. His glory is pretty low. 20. Man, they all have a really high presence. I want to use Jadariel, but she's lower quickness. Yeah, Dookie can't use him here. I'm gonna go Tizo. Hamitha. We're also gonna bring Bertrude. Such a triumvirate you have assembled, Volfred. Then let us see what they can do. Come and face me, false Nightwings. Tizo. Tizo fumbles with his mask. Tizo recognizes Orlek and greets him tentatively. It is good to see you. Orlek reaches for his mask in turn. How is the horn mended? Tizo indicates his horn has not bothered him for a long time now, and thanks Orlek for it. Good. A full recovery then. But it is unfortunate to see you standing there with them, Tizo. Come with us, no questions asked. The proposition seems to catch Tizo off guard. Tizo indicates that he will not abandon his friends or their quest. He seems to be pleading with Orlek to stand down, to listen, to not give in to anger. But Orlek shakes his head, puts his mask back on. This is something I must do, little one. Tizo dons his mask in turn. He chirps nothing more. Damn it. Crap. Ah, damn it! You have grown weak, dragging through the mud the good name of the Nightwings all the while. How do they score on that one? Got their entire triumvirate in that one. As expected, you call yourselves the Nightwings, but you are they only in name. As for the rights, it is a mockery of what it once stood for. All of this, a stain upon the legacy of the scribes. Valfred looks on as Orlick departs without another word. Orlick, forgive me. Jesus Christ, that was pretty tough. Good a time as any to say thanks for having me along in this strange little journey of yours, reader, darling. Let's see here. Greater celerity. Gains +8 quickness. Definitely what I need. I need her to be a lot faster. Orlick. He has changed. He scarce resembles now the one with whom we traveled then. I am afraid so. I can only begin to imagine what he's been through all these years. Reader, as you can see, Orlick and I, we have some years in common. A story for another day. I need some time to look at how all of this affects our plan. Reader, sir, Orlick is a principled person. His freedom was denied him just when it was in his grasp, a doleful tale. Valfred shall tell you more of him in due time. Of that I have no doubt. For now, it seems the stars beseech you once again, outside. There, deep in the infinite dark, once more you see a single star shining brighter than the rest. The path to freedom beckons you. Let's follow it. Salium the Golden Star. Once more, then unto the fall of Salium. Our plan proceeds at pace. We need but continue to make good on all such opportunities, the stars present, so much as possible. Then our ranks within the Commonwealth may yet grow strong enough that we shall sway the people toward our cause. It shall be difficult, but the people have their hearts and consciousness, and the Commonwealth has long since lost its way. The never-ending wars with the High Wing remnants, the passing of more sentences of exiles than ever before for increasingly more dubious causes. The burning of books, the outlawing of literacy. These are corruptions of the teachings of the scribes. Together we shall prove it. Soon enough. Walfred, sir, what of Orlek? Walfred says nothing in response at first, but then Arlek appears to have his own agenda now. We shall have to try and keep an eye on him, although our plan remains the same. Anyway, we have a mountain which we need to climb. Let us rest up for a bit, if possible. This night we fly at break of dawn. Aw, little buddy. Tizo seems despondent following the confrontation with Arlek. Tizo is filled with mixed emotions at having seen Arlek once again. Like Walfred, he thought for sure that Arlek had perished long ago. Tizo was angry that Arlek acted so unfriendly with everyone. Then the little imp looks at you with sadness in his eyes but says no more. He skitters up into the rafters. Poor little guy. I love Tizo. He's easily my favorite character in this game. He's probably one of the most adorable things I've ever seen in a video game. You know, I was thinking about ending it here, but you know what? Let's go earn the freedom. Why not? It's one of those, either make this one, normal length and the next one be pretty short, or make this one long and the next one be a normal length. So, yeah. All in all, let's since Bertrude shall gain favor from the scribes if you land here. Emperor's Ascent. Sir Gilman. Nah, I'm probably going to use Gilman in this next one. I've got a feeling. You land amid the great heights of Mount Aladiel, at whose summit awaits the liberation rite. Thus begins our third ascent to the fall of Salium. My agents of the Commonwealth report our plan is proceeding. Let us strive again to liberate one of our own and raise its chances. Seek the Imp Scribe's favor. With some time to spare after having landed, you join Sir Gilman in a brief expedition to the monument of Haub the Swallow. Is an exile self-imposed still worthy of your blessing? Oh, good scribes, this knight most certainly hopes so. His compatriots so yearn to once again be free that this knight's heart goes out to each of them. Please, help him to help them. Soon you and he are finished paying your respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Haub the Swallow has shown you favor. You shall soon begin your ascent, though there is time yet to pursue your vocations. Sir Gilman, +1 quickness. Oh, he's got some fire. Sir Gilman is fuming in anger over something, so much so that you are hesitant to approach him, but you approach him anyways. Exile is too light, a sentence for this night. He notices you then and seizes up. He begins acting rather nonchalant, as though his outburst did not just transpire. Oh, greetings to you, noble master reader. What brings you to this night this afternoon? Sir Gilman is attempting to make small talk. Tell him Sir Gilman is making enough racket to cause for concern. Venting of emotion is uncommon, even for the likes of the particular Worm Knight. You maintain a gentle tone with him and ask whether there is something he might wish to discuss. Sir Gilman, perhaps, could benefit from talking through his woes. He stands there for a minute, silent and dejected, but then, Master Reader, this knight cannot escape the horrors of his past. It seems that you would hear them. Then, you have this knight's apologies ahead of time for burdening you further with his troubles. Having said that, here then are the troubles you requested. You are, of course, familiar with the siege of the Spiral Sanctum. For this night, the memory of it is like a wound which will not close. The burnt-down remnants of the old capital of the Commonwealth. The remnants stand as a warning to those who would seek to spread forbidden knowledge. This knight stood there on the front lines whilst the Hindwing remnants descended upon us. So furious was their assault that our chain of command was ruptured instantly. We of the Sea Dominion, we require orders to perform our duty. Without such orders, why, we surely made a very easy target there that eve. One by one, then two by two, they picked us off, becoming bolder, some of them shrieking with laughter all the while. This knight, he saw his comrades cast aside like sea flies. How this knight survived, he does not know for certain, even though perhaps it was that he attempted to pursue and to detain his own knight commander whom you met when you first met this knight, that cursed Sir Deluge. If not for his craven cowardness, the Spiral Sanctum, it might have held at least a while longer. But instead we were routed, rendered spineless both in form and deed. Sir Deluge was first to turn and flee, as our chain of command crumbled. And as for this knight, he failed to catch his knight commander. He must have looked a coward too. Thus came the time for penance, and this knight, why, he insisted on the only course of action reasonable. He insisted on the sentence to the downside. And as you can plainly see, his wish was then fulfilled. How absurd that he should re-encounter his old knight commander here soon after. Thus did this knight become obliged once more to Sir Deluge. We took to the waters in the Sea of Solace, where soon we met the Pyre Hearts, a triumvirate exclusive to our kind. It was plain to see that they lacked wherewithal, and Sir Deluge, they thought he could provide it, the leadership they sought, and his was too much of a coward to decline. As for this knight being of the Sea Dominion, he had little choice but to comply, or so at first he thought. When he encountered you and the Nightwings, something awakened within him. With so little honor left to lose and so much left to gain, it became eminently clear that this knight stood a better chance within your ranks than those of Sir Deluge. And there is little left to say. This knight cannot escape his past, and yet he chooses to believe that he was spared that day not merely by coincidence. Perhaps under King Aureus, it is plans in store in which this knight may play part. This knight, he clings, however vainly, to that hope. He slithers away, his head bowed low. It seems best to leave him for now. You sense he feels relieved to have shared all of this. Ooh, okay. Gilman. His crime, none. He survived the siege, though technically did nothing wrong. The records state he volunteered for exile. The shameful, okay. He's been exiled for, 3 years. Alright. Kinda feel bad for him after that. Honestly, I think studying in private will do us the best, what we can do right now. You find a relatively quiet clearing to study the Book of Rites with undivided attention, though greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Focus on which part of the Books of Rites. Ooh, Ooh. Wow, I should have been doing this from the start, and then I kind of look at it. Let's give them hope. I'm getting banished a lot and kind of screwing myself over with nobody on the field, so I think that would help the most. You concentrate on the substance of the words and teachings of the Book of Rites, such as you understand them thus far. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. You gain the reader's influence, spirit. All Nightwings gain +1 hope. Continue the journey. Sense Jadariel gain favor from the scribes, and Temple Sister, and you sense Tizosha again. I'm gonna actually use Jadariel. I think the Triumvirate I'm gonna use is Jadariel, Hamitha, and Gilman. I think that's who I'm looking at right now. While traversing the old masonry on the way to the summit, you pass a monument of Jamur Manymane, and Jadariel happened to take note. I wonder if you scribes are listening at all. much less to one such as I, who never held much faith in any of you. Perhaps I ought to have been more open-minded. I'm not here to ask of you your favor, than but to apologize. For I was certain your time long since passed, and I was wrong. Soon you and she are finished paying your respects. As you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Jamur Manymane has shown you favor. +2 presents. You and your companions arrive at the scribe gate before an archway carved in stone. Shall we, reader? The minstrel leads you towards his counterpart, who seems unsurprised to see you all approach. The exiles of the Nightwings, and you again, Tariq. Greetings, Celeste. Aye, we have returned. The stars shine darkly these past nights. Nothing more than a portent of your arrival, is it? Likely nothing more. Now, they are ready for you. Then come forth, each of you, in turn. Please state your name and what it is that you seek while crossing Scribe's Gate. Wait, you. She points to Bertrude. You are new amongst this group. You shall go first. Please, do as she asks, Bertrude. Madam. We are known throughout the downside as Big Bertrude. We follow Sandalwood, for we are fond of him. He led us into exile, and he shall lead us out. The Gate Guardian acknowledges her and motions the rest of you to proceed. Everyone does so, as before, including you. Once all of you have declared yourselves, she regards you all for another moment and beckons towards the mountain's top. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Thank you, Celeste. Until the summit, Tariq. I want to talk to. Really, I don't need anything from the slug market. Let's just get right into it. Again, you have reached the Fall of Salim, where one among you can go free, provided you prevail against the essence in the liberation rite. Reader, we would ask a moment of your time. We have to talk. A darkness falls. The minstrel and Volfred pull you aside. We have some news that is, depending upon how you look at it, potentially unfortunate. Lone Minstrel directs your attentions towards the dark night sky. The stars are fading. It is true, with the advent of the Titan stars, visibly fewer stars seem to be shining than ones you saw in the sky above. Yes, the stars themselves are vanishing. Why, I do not yet understand, but what it indicates is this. The rites are drawing to an inexorable, I can't pronounce that word, end. The light of the stars, without the rites, would be unable to commence. Jesus. Anyway, that is bad news. The good news is there are a lot of stars to go. How many liberation rites? I do not know as yet. The arithmetic is complicated. An estimation of the numbers of the stars, the rate at which they fade, the accelerating rate at which we're becoming summoned here. Anyway, I'll work it out as soon as possible. For now, I felt that you should be aware. We can inform the others in due time. At the moment, though, they have this right to think about, and so do you. Look forth. As the stars above begin to shine, Volfred's words begin to sink in. It seems you have a limited number of chances remaining to liberate your companions, including this one, now. Yeah, I'm not taking a... Have I looked at this? What's this one? So +8 hope. Oh, hell no. That sounds terrifying. Proceed to the right.
Congratulations, Frida. It would appear the rites are drawing to a close. Doubtless the doing of that Orlek in all his bitter spite. For now, your exiles have another chance at freedom here upon the Fall of Solium. So too do your adversaries, the Essence. They fought so very bravely for this moment. Whichever side prevails soon shall send one of its own into the warm embrace of civilization.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the essence, come forth now and declare yourself and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Tamitha swoops down from somewhere and unfastens her mask. I am known as Tamitha Thane. I mean to return to my ancestral home and promptly resume my responsibilities as flight tactician of the High Wing Remnants. Our long stalemate against the Commonwealth shall soon be ended. Should I and several of my sisters manage to rejoin our clan, then our vengeance shall be swift and thorough. Your quarrel with the country that cast you into exile is beneath the notice of the scribes, Tamitha Thane. Here you shall be judged under the stars. My quarrel with the Commonwealth is all that gave me and my sisters strength enough to reach this point. The scribes ought well take heed of how many people suffer. We are not weaklings anymore like your Trista Tethys. We shall not fall in line with the flightless fools and their naked attempts to subsume our heritage and our culture. Speak not again thus of the saint, or you shall be or you shall be expelled, Tamitha Thane. Tamitha scoffs, then turns her attention toward your side. And Nightwings, as for you, the fury we shall imminently show is nothing in comparison to the hatred growing for your commonwealth in the mountains on the other side. She signals to her sisters to ready themselves. You seek your freedom, but there shall be nothing save for devastation should you manage to return. As for you, Nightwings, you bring darkness with you. What have you wrought upon the stars? Celeste, please. We do not know what is amiss here. The Nightwings have come only to see that the liberation is carried out. Indeed. Then make your choice, Nightwings. Who among you is to be anointed here?
Who shall return to glory?
Alright, well, we can anoint... Again, I don't want to anoint Jadariel just because she's pretty much my only real heavy hitter. And he's my quickest. You know what? I think it's time we give Gilman his shot.
Sir Gilman.
High Wing Remnant versus the Warm Knights. Has this knight at last regained his honor? Let us now find out.
Who shall lend him support? Jodariel.
Understood. Let us return him home. And then to face off against her sisters.
Tamitha.
Sure, let's get him out of here then.
Very well.
One final obstacle to overcome ere I can soar again above your commonwealth. Such destruction I shall rain upon it. But first, let us dance this final time.
Commence.
Bam! As the liberation rite continues, you sense Tamitha reaching out to you, or perhaps just reaching out to anyone at all. Reader, someone, please, let her prevail. Let her prevail, please let her prevail here this once. If this thought makes me a traitor, so be it, but please let Tamitha prevail, for she is here, wrapped up in all of this because of me. The plea trails off, and Tamitha remains steadfast as all her attention focused on the liberation rite. And as for Tamitha, prepare yourselves, Nightwings! And as for you, Tamitha, I await the outcome of this night, for it shall soon enough that I may never have to see your smirking countenance again. See, but I'm just not a quitter. So I'm sorry. I gotta win. Hark now, my sisters. Damn what that book says. Advance to strike formation. Prevail here against these wretches, no matter the cost. In disregard for the ways of the rights, Tamitha Thane has ordered her triumvirate to push further afield, adopting an even more aggressive stance for the remainder of this right. There we go. Oh, okay. So they're just gonna start. All right. Oh, fudge.
Tamitha's aim was true. Alas for Gilman. Ah, yes.
Alright, we just need one score.
Your victory's at hand. The orb quenches the flame. Banished. How fortuitous. And
Yeah!
at last, the Night Wings proved their worth. Rather convincingly, I must admit.
That trophy was for getting a win with Jadariel and Pamitha in the same triumvirate. Part of why I brought that out, the other I thought it would be fun, Pamitha versus her sister.
Liberation right. And thus, the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds. Return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Damn you for this, Pamitha. All of this because of you. Sir Gilman stares at nothing in particular. You sense he is still taking in what has transpired and what it means for him. So then, this night he is to be free. He is to be free. Nay, but that would mean... Why, that would mean his honor is restored. One cannot go back unto our Commonwealth by any other means. This night's exile was self-wrought, his disgrace profound, that he has been atoned under the eye of the Underking and those of all his noble comrades. He begins to grow very emotional, and then, "This knight loves you all! He loves you all, that you would strive for him and let him join your noble quest. This knight does not feel as though he is deserving of this outcome, yet the result appears inarguable and inarguable. Even now, this knight is drawn into the Shimmer Pool. Our time grows brief. Therefore, know this, beloved friends. This knight shall ever strive on your behalf there in the Commonwealth. Through his honor, may you have been restored. His true journey only now begins. And so, good friends of the Night Wings, this knight must now bid you farewell. However, The bonds we form together shan't be broken by mere distance, nay. Strive on, good friends. Strive on. You can still hear Sir Gilman as he vanishes into the shimmer pool. If this lowly knight could have achieved such glory, surely can you all. For now, farewell. Farewell. Sir Gilman earned his freedom. May he return in glory.
Speed, Sir Gilman. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may yet continue for a while.
You know, part of me's kind of glad I can stop doing that voice. Like, it's fun to do, but it's really, it's kind of tough to just say. It's tough on my throat.
Until the turning of the stars.
Well, Pamitha, truly did you get the best of me again. Know that your actions put our sisters on the other side in ever greater peril. Know that you care, not that you care, of course. Yet I am certain that they shall someday prevail, with or without my aid. To think that I was born to share blood of someone such as you. You prevailed in liberation against the Essence. Already does the Black Wagon feel quieter than usual without Sir Gilman, who returned to the Commonwealth. You overhear some of your companions reflecting on this. There was more I mean to say to him while he was still among us. Oh, cheer up already, Jadariel. You wonder who, if anyone, among you shall be the next to go. Then Balford asked the group to gather. You sense you know the news he's about to share. Everyone. I must apologize to bring up such news at this late hour, but I felt you all would wish to know as soon as possible. The context of our plan has changed. He looks about at everyone before revealing to them what the stars have revealed to you both. The stars above are disappearing. They seem to just be fading away, one by one, for reasons that the scribes alone may know for certain, though we all may harbor our suspicions. See for yourself if you have any doubt. A hush falls over your companions, all exhausted from the rite and now stunned into silence. If this phenomenon continues unabated, and we have every reason to believe it shall, then the rites shall cease when the stars no longer shine. Permanently cease, that is. Your companions exchange glances. You sense negative emotions rising. Confusion, fear. Before, I gave you the impression that should the Nightwings not prevail in a liberation rite, there would be other chances. This remains so. However, our chances now are numbered. The exact number I have yet to ascertain, but to be quite frank, there are more of us than we have chances left. You sense your fellow exiles are beginning to realize what this means. I know this must be difficult to hear, but it is not to be a cause for panic. Our plan remains essentially unchanged. We shall take which opportunities arise and return as many as we can. I urge you all to take whatever time you need to think this through. At dawn, we shall head south again to Moonlight Alcove. We can discuss this further then. Now please, get some rest. Our path grows harder. Though not insurmountable, not while we stand together. We can still prevail. The group disperses, some whispers in hushed tones, others turn to their quarters, speechless. There will be time later to better understand this omen. You know what? I'm getting tired. You know, we're running pretty long, so we'll just call this one here. I'm going to say thanks so much for watching, everybody. Facebook, Twitter, the website, minds.com. Links, all that stuff down in the description below. Please remember to like, comment. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more next time. But until then, everybody, I am H.A. Gels. This is the Unfair Gaming Channel. I'm out.